this evening. First match on this evening's programme will be women's singles, one Ihan against one Sin. So there is confirmation of the draw as far as the men's singles is concerned. And look at that, 2 Indian players in quarter-final stage. Absolutely marvellous resurgence of Indian badminton. So here comes the defending champion, the 2-time defending champion, the world #1, Chong Wei of Malaysia. Well, he's getting a warm reception, is Lin Dan. Well, the last time that these two players, when they met each other, that it wasn't a final, was at the semi-final stage of the China Masters 2 years ago. For so long, these two players have been the top 2 in the world, and therefore #1 and 2 seeds, and therefore the only place when they are the #1 and 2 seeds that they could possibly meet is in the finals. But of course, this man's world ranking has dropped to #3 in the world. Part of that due to the fact that he has either retired from matches or given walkovers to opponents in 6 tournaments over the last 12 months. No doubting Lin Dan's outstanding qualities, the left-hander, who of course was champion here 4 times, 2003, 2005, 6 and 7. And he was beaten finalist in 2008, lost out to Chen Jin. So 5 finals previously. Well, talking of finals, Chong Wei this year, 59 and 4, his win-loss record. And the last time that he failed to reach the final was not this year, it was last year. It was 15 months ago when he lost in the quarter-final of the World Championships to Taufik Hidayat of Indonesia. Well, his path through to this semi-final, hasn't played against another seeded player, and all of his matches in 2 straight games. Well, let's draw your attention to AJ Jayaram of India, who's had a superb tournament. Fought all the way yesterday, but just couldn't keep up with the speed and the agility of Chong Wei. So to Lin Dan, the 28-year-old from Fuzhou in Fujian province, #3 on the world ranking, seeded 3, 4 times former champion, as I say, but he is, of course, the Olympic champion and world champion, 4 times world champion, having won that world title for the 4th time earlier this year, having saved 2 match points against his opponent of today. He too, no seeded opponents in his 3 matches, but did have a tough opening round against yet another Indian player playing so well, Kashyap Parupalli. Hour and 7 minutes, that first round encounter. Well, this, incredibly, is the 25th meeting between these 2 players in ranking tournaments, that is. That doesn't take into account things such as the Asian Games. It's only tournaments which count towards world rankings. But the last time they met was, of course, in that World Championship final. 2 match points saved before Lin Dan came through. 23-21 in the decider. Thrilling final it was too, 1 hour and 21 minutes. Bert van Horenbeek of Belgium are umpire, and Thanu Karapat of Thailand are service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, my right, Chong Wei, Malaysia. China. Chong Wei to serve. Love all. Late.
So the world number one, Chong Wei, nearest to us, against the world and Olympic champion, Lin Dan of China.
Serves over.
Well, the last four occasions these two men have met each other, honours are shared, but overwhelmingly, overall, the advantage, psychological advantage, with Lin Dan having won 16 of their previous 24 meetings.
Serves over. 1-all.
For Chong Wei's record in reaching finals, 11 tournaments played this year, 11 finals reached, having won 7 of them.
2-1.
Can he keep that record going? Can he extend it further? Well, a little bit tentative start from both men. That's understandable.
2-3.
Well, I noticed that Lin Dan has got his left knee heavily strapped. Now, I didn't notice that yesterday in his quarter-final stage.
4-2.
Of course, Chong Wei always wears strapping on his left knee. Nerves are jangling.
Serves over. 3-4.
Oh, what a good smash. Using the body smash.
Serves over. 5-3.
Unexpected. Lin Dan waited, committed to the backhand defence, expecting a smash down the line. Clever play from Chong Wei. It's just wide. Oh, that's a careless error from the Olympic champion.
3.
Good judgment. Lets it drop long at the back line. Aware of the drift.
3.
Great lift. Certainly in these early stages, It's Lee Chong Wei who's getting the better of the net play. The net play absolutely vital. Men's singles, if you can get a tight spinning net shot, either stand your ground, ready to pounce on the reply, or you force your opponent to lift the shuttle, give you the opportunity to attack. Oh my goodness gracious. How on earth did Lee Chong Wei dig himself out of that deep forehand corner? Didn't just dig himself out. Look at this. He took it so late. Wonderful control and placement. That's extraordinary. Yeah, super smash. Well, that was a run of 5 straight points.
Serves over 4-9.
Now you can quite clearly see the strapping on his left knee. Oof, goodness gracious. Line judge a little bit slow to make the call. And that's always very unnerving. No, it wasn't on the back line, it was the sideline that was in question. Goodness me. Well, the strings have broken in the racket of Lee Chong Wei. And Lin Dan unable to capitalise on that. How on earth he controlled that net shot is beyond me. Just wide, right idea, wrong execution. So to the mid-game interval, the world #1, the defending champion, with a 4-point advantage. Yep, good call, line judge, was just wide. Tae-Soo Bok took over as Lee Chong Wei's coach following the resignation of Nisbin Sadek, who had been Chong Wei's coach and mentor for a long time. From what I can understand,
20 seconds. 20
disagreement
seconds.
with the National Federation. Also, from what I understand, Lee Chong Wei still in close contact and gets support from Lisbon.
Play.
So 4-point advantage, opening game. Well, I don't think the umpire had finished calling for play to resume. Oh my goodness. Brilliant! Lee Chong Wei was in command of the rally. right up until that
over.
final shot.
8-11.
Where Lin Dan, under severe pressure, drove the shuttle back, crouching down low. It's all hotting up now. Lin Dan's defensive play is just so solid most of the time that despite being in command of the rally, Chong Wei can't actually get the shuttle on the floor. Has gone wide. Just 1 point in it now.
10-11.
It's all level. Well, when you think that Chong Wei had a 6-point advantage at 9-3. Yeah, that's the quality of defence again. And then as soon as he gets the opportunity to play the winner, pinpoint accuracy. 5 straight points since the mid-game interval. And the former champion back into the lead. Unbelievable defence to generate that power from wide on his forehand side defensively and whip it cross court.
13-11.
It's quite extraordinary. Look at that. Amazing. 6 straight points since the mid-game interval. I wonder what on earth his coach said to him. Charles runs up. And then the run is finally broken.
There's over 12-13.
He's looking nervous as Chong Wei. Tentative little block towards the net.
14-12.
Forced to turn and play the high backhand. Chong Wei, and that's always a sign that a player is in difficulty.
12.
Great defense. That's gone wide.
Serves over 13-15.
Well, Lin Dan asking the umpire if he can go and towel down, but Van Horenbeck saying no. Obviously, the umpire felt that was a tactical move.
Play.
Going for angle, just overdoing it.
Fourteen, 15.
Well, there was a desperately short lift earlier on in that rally from Lin Dan, but Chong Wei couldn't put it away, and it developed into a net battle.
15-0.
And once again, it's all level. Oh, my word. Well, the flick serve thrown in from Chong Wei, I'm surprised at that.
Serves over 16,
Really invited the
15.
attacking play. He's been doing well with the low serve. I wonder why he suddenly wanted to change. Just wide.
Seventeen, 15. Do it with your foot. Your foot. Yeah, you.
Lin Dan being told by the umpire to just get rid of the perspiration himself rather than get the mopper on court. There's no doubt in previous matches, and a lot of Lin Dan's matches do seem to last an awfully long time. And part of that is that he does take his time in between rallies. Oh my goodness. Well, all the players have been telling me this week how they've struggled with the lighting here. That's not the first time we've seen a complete
18,
mishit.
15.
Of course, this venue being used for the Hong Kong Open for the first time. Previously, it was always staged at the Queen Elizabeth Stadium in Happy Valley. It's a much larger stadium. Specialist lighting has been brought in for the event, but it has been causing the players an awful lot of trouble.
Serves over 16, 18.
Now, launching himself towards the nets, Chong Wei. Oh, my word! Well, incredible defence there from Chong Wei initially. And then he tried to make the kill at the nets.
Service over.
But the tight spinning net shot from Lin Dan was too good. Brilliant defence. Oh, it's called wide. Can have only miss by a whisker.
20, game point 60.
This is as good as a mile, so they say. That was a great shot. Ooh, desperately close. Can't really tell from that angle. But what it does mean, and what I'm certain about, is the fact that Lin Dan now has 4 game point opportunities. Only needed the one. Had to come from behind, did Lin Dan. He was 6 points adrift at one stage, at 3-9 down. And then from the mid-game interval, he won 6 straight points. And from there, he looked as if he really meant business. 21-16, the opening game in 21 minutes of play. Charles Ranger, former world champion himself, Chinese coach.
Second game.
So the umpire calls for the start of the second game.
Ball. Late.
Now, Chong Wei's record of reaching the final of every tournament he's played since the World Championships in August last year, it's under threat right now. He's pushed that long. He's got to remember about the drift. Shuttle is flying faster. Coming towards Lin Dan now.
Love.
And that's long as well.
To love.
Yeah, it was ambitious shot, considering he'd moved from deep in his forehand corner to try and play that round the head smash. Because of his movement of his body, it was always liable to be a little flat. Oh, it's called good. It's a little look from Chong Wei towards the umpire, as if to appeal without verbalising it for an overrule. Interesting, the body shot there from Chong Wei had the desired effect.
Serves over, 1-3.
Well, having dived for the shuttle, Chong Wei was too slow to get back up.
Serves over, 4-1.
There, he's down, he watches. Needed to get up immediately. Yeah. Being pushed and pulled to all four corners of the court. Well,
It's okay, play on. It's okay, play on.
Lin Dan doesn't want to change the shuttle. Oh my goodness. Well, completely deceived with the flick serve. And Malaysia's got to be awfully careful right now. Did well to get it back. Luck of the net cord. He needs to build on that luck, does Chong Wei.
Serves over, 2-5.
He's so desperate to try and play the perfect shot every time. He's not giving himself any margins.
6-2.
But he knows unless it is a perfect shot, it's not going to have the desired effect. It's not going to be a winner. And every opponent of Lin Dan is forced into this sort of mindset of believing they have to go for the lines. Oh my goodness. Well, came in, looked as if he was going to address the shuttle early. Played the delicate little block.
7-2.
And Chong Wei back on his heels, unable to react. Well, not often you see Chong Wei left absolutely stranded. Well, it's all looking rather dangerous as far as Chong Wei is concerned. Ah! Oh, I don't believe it. Oh! That's just extraordinary. Well, I thought the rally was dead at least 3 times in that rally.
Serves over, 3-7.
Well, can't believe it. Well, this is why they are in so many people's opinions. And mine as well. 2 best players in the world. Lin Dan may be only ranked number 3 at the moment, but as reigning world and Olympic champion, I think you have to regard him in the top 2. Gone just long. Yes, he knows it. He knows about the drift.
Serves over. 8-3.
Yeah, no doubt. Clearly long. Well, I think as far as Malaysian fans are concerned,
Serves over.
well, I don't know what that was about. Couldn't hear what he was saying. I do think that one thing is certain. Chong Wei needs to close this gap before the mid-game interval. At least get closer. It's a good rally. No, it's just wide. Once again, he's going for the lines. Oh, little swipe there. Was that a little beastie flying around? Or was that anger and frustration at the television lights? Not quite sure. There's certainly some sort of frustration beginning to boil up within Chong Wei. It's nicely done.
Serves over. 5-9.
Yeah, there's a puzzled little expression on his face.
Serves over. 10-5.
Maybe unsure of the game plan, or maybe unsure as to why he's making these errors. A lot of it is he's been forced into errors.
Serves over. 6-10. Seven, 10.
Yeah.
Eight, 10.
Yeah, it's a super drop shot, wonderful angle from Lin Dan. And he goes to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage. Particularly wanting to lift the shuttle. Lots of blocks and flat pushes. Not the problem when you do lift it. Either man can produce these incredible angle drop shots. Or the power play, big powerful smashes.
11-8.
Oh, that was delightful.
Play.
So 11-8, second game, having won the first. The reigning world and Olympic champion. Oh. Take that.
Serves over.
It's wonderful not only to witness badminton of the very highest quality, but the mind games you can see going on between these two men. It's almost as if he's saying to himself, well, didn't like the fact that you beat me with that drop shot previously. I'm just going to show you a thing or two. And that's what makes them such wonderful champions. Yeah, little aggressive run here from Chong Wei. 3 points since the mid-game interval, and only 3 in favour of the Malaysian. That one comes to an end.
Serves over. 12-11.
Well, apologises for the good fortune. That shuttle hit the top of the tape, just crawled over. Well, is that precision or is that luck? Nothing Chong Wei could do to retrieve that. Yeah. It's how an athlete responds that determines their capabilities as far as champion status is concerned. And that was a good response from Chong Wei. So too from Lin Dan. And that, of course, is why it's always just such a pleasure to watch these two men battle it out against each other. It's a good rally. Well, not quite sure why the umpire, Bert van Horenbeck, is so reluctant to get the court moppers on. Quite obvious both men are perspiring profusely. does seem extraordinary. Doesn't seem to be a lot of consistency with all the umpires. Some allow players to tell down, others don't. So early to that, Lin Dan. Yeah, forced the error. Chong Wei, in the initial stages of that rally, was in command, pushing the left-hander deep into his forehand corner. And then suddenly Lin Dan punched clear into Chong Wei's forehand corner. And look how quickly he'd moved forward to anticipate the drop shot. Well, at long last, the umpire is allowing both men to towel down, for which the umpire gets a round of applause. It's over 41 minutes this match has been in progress, and it's quite obvious, it's quite clear to see. Look, that shirt of Chong Wei's absolutely sodden with perspiration. (16-12). Good smash, good placement.
Serves over. 13-16.
Aims towards the left hip. Shot used in doubles an awful lot. Very effective in singles too. Lin Dan, certainly today, just more effective than Chong Wei on his attacking play, breaking down the defence a little more easily than his opponent is doing to him. The frustration. Very rarely do you see any emotion from this man. Just a little glimpse there of the frustration he's feeling at another error, because his opponent, the world number 3, Lin Dan, is just 3 points away from taking this semi-final and therefore breaking this extraordinary run of Chong Wei. Oh, yeah. Super. Yeah. Chong Wei's run of reaching the final of every single individual tournament he's played. 17 consecutive times he's managed that since the World Championships last year. But he's 2 points away from defeat, and therefore 2 points away from that run being broken. Now just the 1 point away. It is 7 match points for the former champion here at the Hong Kong Open, the current world and Olympic champion Lin Dan of China. 7 opportunities to make it an all-Chinese men's singles final. Of course, the other half of the draw, 2 Chinese players to play each other this evening. Well, that's one match point that's gone a-begging.
Serves over. 14-20.
Well, Lin Dan again wants to tell down, and once again, umpire says no. That's it, second time of asking. And for the first time in over 15 months, the world number one, Chong Wei, has failed to progress through to the final of a tournament in which he's played. But he was beaten by a better man today, the reigning world and Olympic champion, Lin Dan of China. Victory over the world number one, 21-16, 21-14 in 46 minutes of play. Well, it was a superb performance by Lin Dan, especially from 3-9 down in that opening game. And certainly after the mid-game interval, to win 6 straight points from 7-11 down to 13-11 up. That was the decisive passages of play as far as I was concerned. And for Chong Wei, yes, the final rally. Well, all runs and records have to come to an end sometime, but I think we should salute Chong Wei, who has supported all of the Super Series tournaments. He's a great supporter of tournaments in general, plays a lot of badminton, and whilst he gets criticised sometimes by the media back in Malaysia, I have the very, very highest opinion of Chong Wei. But today, he was beaten by a better man.